There we go. Now we're talking. All right, all right, all right, all right. Now we're talking. All right, cool. Um, this. All right. There we go. I told y'all. Like I said, there's a learning curve, just like when you do anything new here. All right. Someone said a Gixxer 750. Oh man, ZX10. I feel like I already got like the ultimate Cali, man. I did love the ZX10 when I wrote it. Green S1K, the Sao Paulo would be cool. Abusa. So we're going to Miami here soon. And there's going to be a crazy Busa down there. I think we got set up that I'm going to finally be able to ride. Y'all saw my last video where I was just messing with Dario on his Busa. No, I don't hate Busas, okay? I do like the Busa. I think the history behind it is cool. I really think the new gen looks really good. Like, they sharpened up the bike. Like, it looks phenomenal. I know a lot of people are disappointed with the power that the bike makes, but I don't want to give too much away, but I think the Busa that you guys are going to see in Florida, you're going to really, really, really like. This person was telling me some stuff about it, and it's going to be nuts when that's kind of released to the public. But I'm going to stop talking before I get in trouble. So I just want to honestly get on here and just kind of see what you guys were talking about and what you guys kind of want to see on the channel for next year, because 2022 is a huge year. Like, we started off, none of these bikes were here at the beginning of the year besides Rain over there in the corner. And now we have added these two absolute beauties to the freaking garage. Let me twist you guys a little bit this way. There we go. All right, cool. So now we've added Nina, which I freaking love this bike. I don't know which one's my favorite, honestly. Every time I get on that bike, I'm like, oh, I love this bike, which I wouldn't own it if I didn't love it. So, which one is the fastest? Stock for stock, these two are close. You'd have to put them on a dyno, because this one's so much lighter than this, and this is also making over 200 to the wheel, or at least close. I know the H2s only make like 190, 195 to the wheel with stock. Like, that's how many restrictions or how much restrictions are on this bike, which is kind of absurd. I'm kind of scared. We're going to get it down to my boy Chris Moore here within the next like few weeks. Definitely before we go down to Miami. And we got some cool stuff planned. We were on the phone yesterday kind of chopping it up and seeing what we can do to make this bike faster but still be streetable, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe at some point down the line, we'll make this like a dedicated roll racing, like drag bike. But I still want to be able to just casually ride it around and enjoy it, and you guys to see it. Because once it becomes like a drag bike, you're not ever going to see that. Can't wait for more Ducati content. The Ducati content, yeah. What do y'all want to see done to this bike, too? There's a million different directions we could take it in with this bike. I have some ideas, but... remember when I had the V-Rod muscle, which might bring it down to Miami? Randy, you texted me today. I didn't text you back, bro. That's on me. That's my bad. H2 for sure. I might bring a second bike. Some other things got to fall into place for that to work. But yeah. Exhaust, Tony, for the SB2. So I'm between, I like the Termi. My only gripe with the Termi is that it has blue accents on it, like the two rings around it. If you look at the Termi exhaust, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The logo, I can change that easy, but the little like rings around the exhaust are blue, and it would bother me because nothing's blue on this bike at all. I don't know why they don't switch over to red accents on that, because then it would just flow perfectly with every single bike, or even just black accents. But yeah. Can we see a dyno for every single bike? Yeah. Chris, if you're watching, we should, next time I'm down there, he doesn't tune Italian bikes, but we can get him on the dyno. You've already seen Rain on the dyno. You'll see the H2 on the dyno. So maybe we can put the duck on the dyno too. Let's see. Track racing in 2023. Absolutely, yes. I brought rain to the track and I freaking loved it. The only thing that has kind of like slowed me down from doing track days is I do not want to crash the R1M, okay? Because if this bike goes down, I don't even want to know how much those carbon fiber fairings are. So I kind of want to get something that's a little bit cheaper to fix if I were to drop, or even just have a dedicated track bike. So like an R6, I think the R7s are cool. Yeah. Or even just like maybe an older gen R1, because I do miss that bike a lot. I do miss Storm. Oh, my baby. Jixture for the track. That's not a bad idea. Green S1K. Do a giveaway. I do want to do a giveaway. Edward bought a 22 R1M. Hell yeah, bro. Congrats, man. That's what's up. MT-09. I love those bikes. I was riding with a guy that has an MT-09, Dustin, 2 days ago. You guys will see that video very soon. That bike sounds phenomenal. H2 is the best. Come to the East Coast. I am on the East Coast. If you did not know. Let's see. Favorite out of the three. That's hard. That's like picking your favorite child, man. Like they all have their strong points. Like if we're gonna go hoon and act up and be a fool on some like back rows, we're just going like a Sunday cruise. You go like hit some twisties and just like dick around and stuff. R1M, roll racing, H2, which is gonna bring it down to Miami, and then this is like the nice bike. Like if you want to, I don't know, if we're going to like a nice event or something, I tell people it's like putting on like a nice suit or like a nice watch where you're kind of like, all right, like we're gonna look nice today. That's what the duck is for, and that just always was a dream bike of mine. Like I wanted the V4 before I even bought the R1M. Yeah, then I bought the R1M, then I bought the H2, and then I finally got to the duck. So that's cool. So someone asked if I could announce when I'm gonna be in Miami. No, I'm not allowed to announce that. The owners of the event want to try and keep it somewhat private, which I understand. It's a racing event, so you don't want too many people turning up. One for cops, and two just for people's safety. But if you follow us on Instagram, I'm sure you can pick up. You'll start seeing some videos of us doing traveling and when we're actually down there. Super Duke, yes, Tony, I have thought about that. We were gonna, Jesus. I had set up for a first ride out in, where were we? In Houston? No, I was in Dallas. And I didn't have time with everything that was going on to get over to him, but I did have a guy offer for me to ride his Super Duke 1290. Next time I'm in Dallas, I'll definitely hit him up and we'll set something up. Mazzy, love you too, man. Trevor, love you too from Australia. I appreciate you watching. Coming to Philly. It's cold up there, man. Travis, am I going to accept Big Country's challenge? Yeah, why not? Like I said, Chris and I talked yesterday, and we'll make it pretty even. His bike's set up. Like, he's done stuff that isn't really showed you guys on camera, too, because he's just a wizard when it comes to drag racing, obviously. That's what he's famous for. So he's telling me everything he got done in the R1, and I don't know. It's going to be a close race. I'm about 250 right now. Weighed in the other day at 250. Never been this big, but I feel great. And so I'm not really trying to lose any weight, but I think Big Country's like 180. That's a big weight difference. So if we can get this thing up to like 240 on the dyno, and do a few other little things. I want to get it lowered and a couple of little things before we get down there. It'll be good. That collection. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate it, man. It feels unreal sometimes when we go down to the garage and I got these 3 bikes looking at me. I'm like, what is going on, man? What is going on? Let's see. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. Kevin, what up, man? Do a comparison video on you and Tanner's bike. We could do that. I'd be down for that, Kev. Next time we ride. Am I gonna hang out in Tampa anytime soon? My grandma's from Tampa, so I used to be on there all the time. I don't really have any plans to, but I'm not opposed to it. I like Tampa. Tampa was fun. What was my first bike? My first bike was a clapped out F4I. It was an absolute piece of junk. It was held together by zip ties, but it ran, and I freaking loved it, man. Um, like some people, it's not what you ride, man. Just get out and enjoy the ride, honestly. I know a lot of time it's easy to get caught up when you see stuff like this. But I had just as much fun on that bike that I had than I have on these bikes as well. Don't get me wrong, these are my babies. Love these bikes. But yeah, just get out and ride, man. It doesn't really matter what you ride. Just it's about the culture, in my opinion. MV Agusta, I would love to get on one before I ever bought one. I don't know what the dealership support is like that with those bikes, but let's see. Whatever, stick to sport bikes or go to cruise. I did. Those of you that follow on the channel for a while, I used to go to the Harley dealership. Like we had a little partnership, and I would make videos for them. And I would do test rides and give my thoughts on those bikes. So I did used to be in the cruiser gang a little bit. I had a Harley. I had the V-Rod Muscle, which I love that bike. I still love that bike. Sold it. I think I sold it this year, actually. Either this year or within the last like year and a half or so. I sold that bike. So I have nothing against cruisers. I love cruisers. It's just with YouTube, you kind of got to pick a direction. It's kind of hard to do both. So I just end up picking the sport bike route, and not mad about it right now looking at this. You guys have speed cameras in America because UAE. Yeah, I saw that. So I follow Caden. I follow Daily Driven Exotics, and I saw they had speed cameras like when they're out there doing the gumball run every like I don't know mile or so. That's crazy. There's no speed cameras like that in the U.S. thankfully, so we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Stunt bikes, that'd be cool. I never really thought about that. That's a whole different scene. That'd be cool. How do I feel about the dual acro for the Ducati? Okay, can I be real with you guys for a second? I don't think the Undertale exhaust look good on this bike. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on that. I just think it takes away from the lines of the rear of that bike. Now it does look like a race bike. If you're going for a race bike look, then definitely go Undertale. But I just think how it's kind of hidden under the bike, it's just beautiful. Yeah, I agree. Heartbroken. Sorry, I know that would kill people. Would I ever own an electric bike? I think they have a long way to go with the electric bikes. I think I'm sure at some point in the future that's what this is going to go for at some point, or what things are going to get to at some point. But yeah, I'm not in a rush to own an electric bike. Let's just say that. Happy New Year from the Philippines. No to the electric. Any chance of doing a drag build? If there's enough people that would want to watch that on the channel, then like I said, I'm not opposed to doing anything like that. That'd be cool. Turbo Booster, I'm gonna stop talking. You guys are gonna see some really cool stuff very soon. That's all. I can't give everything up right now, but we're gonna get on a cool booster very soon. Will I stretch to H2? Stretch bikes aren't really like my thing. Maybe if the when we lower this bike, if it's still just we can't get it to stay down, then maybe. But that's not in the plans right now. If I were to build it out, like do a 300 horsepower build, then yeah, we'd have to stretch this bike because then it just makes no sense. Try build, baby. What's up, Twan? Austin Racing exhaust. I have the Austin Racing on my on Rain. Freaking love it. I haven't had any issues. I know some people have issues. Um, they do take long to come in, which I've kind of talked to them about that. But that's really my only complaint I've had with Austin Racing. It took me 6 months for that bike to come in. Stretch bike equals no twisties. You're right, Tay. But then again, the H2 is not really a twisty bike either. So the loudest bike I have, ooh, definitely not the Panigale. Rain's louder at idle. So R1M's louder at idle. The H2 is louder when you're on the throttle. Like, you can hear me coming from miles, not a mile, like miles away when I'm getting on the H2. And you can still hear like the supercharger, which is crazy over that exhaust. Can we get some close-ups of the bike? Yeah, I can give you guys that like towards the end, because I have this whole ring light setup that I bought just for this. I don't want to mess it up right now. Any merch coming soon? Yes. I've got key tags that I'm kind of like testing out right now. So we got the R1M one. It might be backwards for you guys, upside down. We got the R1M one. We got the Panigale one. And then we got the green one for Nina. I think these are really cool. I freaking love them. If you guys would be interested, definitely let me know, because I would love to start getting that kind of stuff going. And everything that I make, I know you guys, some people like get upset when like people make money, if that makes sense. All that stuff gets thrown back at the bikes. Like I still work my full-time job, so I'm not like making money to survive off of YouTube. So literally every single penny I make gets thrown back at the trips, which aren't cheap. It gets thrown back at, I mean, insurance, gas, parts. I mean, these exhausts for these bikes are like a couple grand. Like this stuff's not cheap. I don't get everything for free. I wish, that's the dream one day, but we're not there yet. That's definitely a goal for 2023. Let's see what else we got here. I appreciate that, man. The dope in the Skydros. I'm Skydros. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. People don't understand all the hard work that goes into the channel. I only think the person that would really understand how much I've dedicated and invested in this channel is my old roommate that lived with me when I was trying to get it off the ground. Because when you're at the bottom with like 0 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, man, you are fighting for your life down there, man, just to get any sort of hits on any videos. It's hard. So shout out to anyone that's down there and is grinding. Keep going, man. Keep putting out content. Keep doing you. You will find your audience at some point. 100%. And my accountant, I'll never forget the first year I invested in the channel. My accountant thought I was an idiot putting that much money into bikes, man. So Piv Kush. Oh wow, I got a donation. I didn't even know that was cool. $2. Wait, what does that say? Piv Kush. Ebe waiting for your videos. Oh, I be waiting for you. I was like, Ebe. Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the $2, and I appreciate you watching the videos, man. Everything about switching platforms. The demonetization stuff that you guys have been seeing has been. Maybe we should talk about that for a sec. I've been getting hit hard with the demonetization stuff. I don't know what's been going on. Anytime I speed or wheelie or do anything, right? Like even just go around a car in traffic, I've gotten hit with like demonetization stuff. And it's really obvious the videos that got hit on my channel. If you like look at the average views and like look at some of the views on videos, like it's just like, and YouTube says it doesn't mess with the views of the video. But you can see like a video's getting views, and it gets demonetized and the view line just flatlines. Because like I said, they're not making money on the video, so why are they gonna promote it? At the end of the day, you also gotta remember YouTube's a video. As of right now, I don't think there's another platform that even competes with YouTube. I think it's the second largest search engine in the world right now. So I don't think I would switch at the current moment. I would just add something in maybe, but as far as just switching, completely getting off YouTube, no, I think YouTube has a lot of history and it's gonna keep growing. It still has a lot of potential. Okay, Kawasaki Ninja H272 YouTube soft. I know, man. Also, they treat you guys like a bunch of little kids. It's definitely frustrating. Very frustrating. I know. We want to see the wheelies. I know. I want to show them. Honestly, I've started cutting a lot of that stuff just out, not even blurring it out, just completely throwing it out of the video, which sucks. But it takes me forever to go sit there and blur out the speed because I have to do it by keyframe, not by second, by keyframe. So there's multiple keyframes per second. So I have to sit there and like hit the arrow and like move the blur, and it's a whole process. It adds like an extra hour or two on the editing, man. It's not fun. I'd much rather just leave it and let you guys see with it. But yes, other creators about approach how they avoid getting hit. Yeah, no one really has an answer that I've talked to. The wheelie stuff, they just take the risk, and some people sometimes it gets demonetized, sometimes it doesn't. I'd rather just blur it out and not have to deal with the risk of putting out a video and it doing very, very well and then it getting demonetized. I've had some videos that happen, but let's see. Have I written or talking to Downshift 83 recently? No, probably within the last like a few months ago. We'll message back and forth on Instagram here and there, but I haven't talked to him recently. Shout out to my boy Downey in Jacksonville. I could put a sticker on the dash. That's a really good idea, Rambo. I've thought about that, but I still feel like it's cool to see some of the speed, but not all of it. I still got to work everything out with that. There's a plugin. Ooh, use tracking plugin. I need to look into that. Appreciate you editing this. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'd say I have about minimum 6 to 7 hours in each video. That's minimum 6 to 7 hours, if not more. So that's why, like, when you spend that much time, like a full day, some people at work, like work an 8-hour, 9-hour day, like in a video, and then it gets demonetized, and no one. I guess it's not the money thing, but it's also the time and the fact that no one's gonna see it once that happens, and it's frustrating to say the least. Very, very frustrating. Let's see. Mike, what's good, man? Grind King, what's good, brother? I appreciate your support. Need to come up to New York. Man, it's too cold up there, man. Y'all crazy. I've been seeing videos. When we rode up there in New York, it was just wild. Like, wow. We literally, so much traffic. We just lane split the entire way into the city. And it still took us like an hour and a half to get there. And then we got warned about some roadblocks, which when I had the H2, the dealership didn't give me a plate or anything to ride with. So I had insurance, of course. I don't play with that, but that would have been an interesting experience with the NYPD. So if I come to New York and ride, definitely outside of the city, I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. As we were leaving, we had someone like come up next to us. He was like, "Hey, I ride too." 2 blocks over, he was like, "There's a roadblock where they're stopping all motorcycles and just giving them tickets and fines or impounding them if you don't have any plates or anything." So, yeah. I was like, this city ain't for me. Ain't for me. Cops don't even bother us down here where I live, man. They leave us alone. I can lane split past a cop and they won't even bat an eye. They're pretty chill down here, which is nice. What is my next bike gonna be? All right, I'm getting a bunch of overwhelming responses about the S1K, about the RSV4, and the Gixxer 1000. If I got a Gixxer, I'd probably make it a track bike, or maybe even it could be used for a drag bike. The most likely thing to happen would be an S1000 RR. Least would probably be the Gixxer. I don't know. I don't mind the Gixxers. Everyone just has a Gixxer. As y'all know, I'm from Atlanta. So if you go to a meetup in Atlanta, there's at least going to be like 10 Gixxers everywhere. So that's where I had a lot of friends that had Gixxers, so I always gave them crap. So that's where that kind of stems from. I don't hate the Gixxers. I think they look great. They look phenomenal. They sound good, and they're fast bikes. So let's see. Am I gonna do another collab with Jixer, bruh? Yeah, I'm sure at some point. I talked to him on Instagram. Let's see. He's a funny guy. He's a real quirky guy, man. I like him. Shout out to Jixer, bro. I almost said his real name, but shout out to him. I like group rides. I love group rides too. That's the stuff that gets demonetized the most, though. What equipment do I use for my videos? GoPro. If you guys want me to do a motovlogging setup, like a helmet setup video, let me know. That'll be something good to do in the winter. Favorite helmet is probably my Shoei X14 because it just does everything so well. I do love the Pista. The Pista's the best looking bike on the market, hands down, but it's so loud, like just so loud. You have to wear earplugs with that helmet. And if you try motovlogging in it, it's just the wind noise that comes from that helmet because it's so thin, like carbon fiber. It just destroys your audio, man. So it's just hard to work with. Hey, Tank, good to see you, man. I should make videos about the traveling aspect. If you guys want to see it, I'll be down to throw that stuff in. I know a lot of people just want to see the bike stuff, though. What is my favorite place to go in 2022? That's a very good question, bro. Favorite place, not on the bikes, was Greece, because I went to Greece and it was just beautiful out there. On the bikes, we did a lot of trips. We did Miami, we did Austin, Texas for MotoGP. We did Nashville multiple times. I did LA. I did Houston, Dallas. It's like 6 or 7 places right there. Miami. Favorite place I rode though is probably Cali. You can't beat Cali, man. As far as riding, they have everything. Like they have the perfect weather, no humidity, 70s. You can lane split out there legally. They have twisties. They have roll racing roads. It's just sunny all the time. Like no other state is like that, man. It is absurd. Do I like Aprilia? Yes, I love Aprilias. Come to Ohio. I'm actually in Ohio more than you guys think, just not always on the bike. Whatever, go to Toronto. Yes, I've always wanted to go to Canada. That's on my list of things. Whatever, consider moving to Cali. Okay, let's see. If I were to move, where would you guys want me to move? So that's another big thing that we're going to do in 2023 is my lease ends at my current place right now this year, and it's about that time. I'm definitely ready to move somewhere warmer, somewhere I can enjoy the bikes year-round because I can't do that right now. It's kind of frustrating, especially when you're in that YouTube space. I want to be able to put up more content for you guys and a place with a crazier, I don't want to say better, but more active bike scene. There's not really a ton of bikers around here. Tampa, Colorado, SP. I'm gonna scoot you guys up a little bit. Are those bikes in focus? I can't even tell if they're in focus or not. All right, let's see what else we got. SoCal, Florida, Cali, Miami. Yes, I do like Miami. It rains a lot in Miami though compared to Cali. And I do like the no state income tax. I mess with that, Florida. But there's no really like twisty riding down there. This is all just flat, which is why when people comment on the videos that all we do is roll race when we're in Miami. I'm like, what do you expect us to go do, dude? Like there's nowhere else to go around here. ATL would be cool. It gets a little cold down there. Texas or Cali, Miami, SoCal, Arizona. Arizona is on my list for sure to go visit. I've never been there, and I have been talking to some of the... Actually, I'm not going to say that. We got some cool stuff planned for 2022. Let's just say that. Let's see. Toronto, way too cold. Colorado, I'll visit. I've been to Denver and I've been to Colorado Springs and I loved it. Never been on the bike though. Thoughts on the MV? I need to ride an MV before I give any thoughts on them. They look phenomenal though. Have I thought about doing a road trip on the bikes? Um, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. Uh, One thing I do want to do is set up like a. I don't want to give too much away, but I know a lot of car in the car world. People do rallies, and no one's really done that in the motorcycle world. So I feel like that'd be really cool to set something up like that. Um, Maybe do like a, I don't know, New York to Miami run or something like that. It'd just be tough with the bikes, with the weather. One, two, we'd have to have a luggage car for sure, carrying everyone's stuff. Three, the safety uh, of the bikes getting stolen, and people kind of tracking and figuring out where we are. Because way easier to steal one of these than it is to steal a car. So, like hotels, like securing everyone's bikes at night would be tough. I don't know, there's a lot that goes into it that I definitely would love to do it, but it would. They have some hoops to jump through. It's not impossible though. Miami, SoCal. Most of y'all saying Florida, Cali, or Texas. What up, baby? Don't move to Canada. Yeah. Oh, someone just donated again. Hold on. Let me scroll down to who that was. Jalen. All right. What'd you say, man? I appreciate your donation, brother. Um, Put the bikes in the room. What room? That pay cash or payments? It depends on your situation to pay cash or finance a bike. Everyone's gonna have a different opinion on it. Um, I don't want to say too much. Before I got into the YouTube space, I was like, I'm not gonna buy or finance a bike um, just because it's a toy. I'm a firm believer in just financing things that you need, not unnecessary things. Uh, but if you're really good with your money and you're really good at investing, and you're like, okay, instead of me paying 30K for this bike in cash, if I can put 10K down and then invest 20K and make 10% on that money, then yeah, it makes sense to do that. If you actually follow through and do it. If you're not disciplined, and be honest with yourself about being disciplined about that stuff, then I would just pay cash and get something cheaper that you can afford. Like I was saying earlier, you don't need these nice bikes to go out and have fun on too. I had just as much fun on my 2002 CBR, it might have been '01, 2001 CBR FOI that I paid $1,700 for, that it took me like over a year to scrape together that money and go buy, that was held together with zip ties. So, yeah, just get you something that is not going to put you in a financial bind, um, and is not going to be expensive to maintain either, because these bikes, especially the Ducati, are not cheap to maintain at all. Parts are not cheap for the duck. Everything definitely got some sort of Ducati tax on them. Whatever, share how much I make off YouTube. If people are really interested, then sure. It's not as much as you think. I promise you. That's why a lot of YouTubers uh, have other side businesses that they do, and sponsorships and other ways to make money, because the amount of time you put into the videos and stuff, and what YouTube pays you is absolute not good. Not good. Yeah, I do like the twisties. Um, those videos just never really do that well when I post them. Like the track day videos I posted did not that well. Um, so it's frustrating when I get a million comments about that, then you post it and nobody watches it. I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna bother anymore. Any more track days? Yes, we're gonna do track days though. I had a blast. Like for getting like, hold on. Yeah, you guys can't see right now. Like ignoring the, oh, you got Wheelie Hut Jr. up in here, man. What up, Tanner? I appreciate you, bro. This man, you should not give me $5. I still owe you money from New York. I thought about that the other day, man. I'm gonna get you though when we're in Miami, for sure. But thank you for the donation, my guy. Anyways, I was gonna say, yeah, track days, yes. I might do like maybe one more on the R1M, but I want to get another track bike to do track days on, just so I can actually go hard. When I did a track day on that bike, I was definitely holding back a little bit, and that's the kind of the double-edged sword with having these kind of bikes. Just like if like, you go buy a $40,000 motorcycle, like you're not gonna. Some people can afford, and that's nothing to them if they drop it, for them to fix it or even replace it. But if you wreck one of like a bike of like $40,000 caliber at the track, like that's that's gonna set you back financially a little bit. So that's definitely in the back of your mind while you're riding some of these bikes. And the R1M for sure. 'Cause like I said, I don't even want to know how expensive those carbon fiber, OEM carbon fiber fairings are, because aftermarket carbon fiber is already expensive enough. Ape Rider, what up, man? Hey, I never told you this, but your videos of he actually had a video of this bike. I probably watched that video like 20 times that week before I got down there to take delivery of it. I watched it a ton, just on like replay, just like I was like, that's my bike in the dealership right there. So thank you for making that, bro. But favorite, what did you say? Favorite, I forgot the question already. Favorite bike out of the three? That's hard. It's hard to pick a favorite child. They all do something different. I kind of did answer that earlier, but just a quick recap for you. That will be like the hooligan bike. I'm very comfortable on that bike. Did a track day on that bike. Coming up, a review video on the R1M will go up in the morning. I got to finish that. I'm almost done. But that'll be up first thing in the morning. 1 year anniversary review ride video on the R1M. But wheelies and all that stuff, like I'm I have a very good understanding of how that bike's going to behave. So if we're going to go act stupid, that's the bike. Roll racing, boom. If we're going to a nicer event, or just something nice, then we'll pull up on the SP2. That's like putting on a nice suit or putting on a nice watch. You feel good when you're on the Ducati. So let's see. You like the track day vids? Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I'm still gonna post them. Like, don't think I'm not gonna post them, but I'll definitely still post them. Yep, t-shirt and hoodies. Yes, I actually pull the trigger on buying them. I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll do that this week and try to. I mostly work on my own bikes, for the most part. I've had some bad experiences with dealerships. And once I have one bad experience with a dealership, I'm not, I'm good. I probably won't go back. So I don't really have anyone close to me that I super, super trust to work on these bikes. This bike, I got to get down to Nashville, because Nashville Motos, I do trust. As y'all know, I've worked with them several times. This is where I had my meetup, and I got to get the first service done on that. So I can't ride it until I get it down there, because it's at 600 miles. But yeah, so for the most part, I do all the work on my bike. I just don't post those videos because they take forever to edit. If you ever edited a how-to video, it is the worst thing ever. Make sure you get the perfect angle of the shot, and then also just explaining things properly, and it's a whole ordeal. It might take you an hour to do something, but if you're filming it for a how-to video, it might take you like 2, 3, 4 hours to do. And sometimes when you get your parts, you're just so excited to put them on. I don't want to have to wait and be like, all right, I can film on this day. I just want to go down and put them on. So maybe I'll be better about that. Enough people want to watch that kind of stuff. If you're new to motovlogging, I see that. Just keep going, man. Like, honestly, it's hard at the bottom when you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers. But just keep posting. You'll find your audience, man. If you're genuine, authentic, and like really actually love what you're doing, you'll find your audience at some point. Someone asked, yeah, I do work in the fitness industry. That's my main day job. So no, I am not rich by any means at all. Let's see. Am I ever gonna wrap the R1M? I've got some ideas for the R1M. Um, I've got some ideas. I'm trying to think if I want to reveal everything right now, but I do want to switch it up. I think it's time to switch up the R1M a little bit. Tanner was actually talking to me about that the other day. So y'all comment. What would y'all want to see done on the R1M? Just got here. Are we doing the S1K or nah? Maybe. Thank you, Bright. I got you, bro. Thank you, man. Let's see. Hyper naked. Gold rims would be dope. The blue gotta go. I did think about doing a different color, but I think the blue just goes with the Yamaha so well. The only problem is if you were to change the blue, it'd have to be something that goes with the silver here, because I don't know. I feel like if I did gold, it would look weird against the silver, because that gold was definitely my original plan. Just change all the accents from blue to gold, but that would just look weird. So yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think would go well with that silver? Because not only is it on the front fairing, but it's also on the tank. So, and I'm not going to the hassle of painting the tank. Black or gold, emerald green. Heaviest lift in the gym. Heaviest I ever pulled on the deadlift was 600. I always get asked these questions. So deadlift 600, squat 5. I think it's 505. I did bench 410. And yeah, that's once I hit those numbers, I was like, all right, I don't really lift heavy to lift heavy. I just lift because I enjoy lifting now at this point. But I don't have any like goals or anything I was trying to do. All the gear, all the time. Glad you're safe. Thank you, Evil Sprock. I appreciate you, man, for that donation. Thank you. Danny, am I planning any meetups for 2023? Absolutely. That's a big thing I want to do, which is why I'm doing this live stream, is interact with you guys more. So if y'all enjoy these live streams, let me know. I can definitely start doing them more. But I also want to get out and meet you guys, because when we go to these meets in Miami, Houston, Dallas, LA, like meeting you guys in person and putting names to the usernames that you see on the internet is always super cool. And that's the aspect that I love about it the most, and hearing you guys' stories. Because it's the same thing with me and like personal training. I love that interaction with people, because that's what I do all day. And just helping people out and seeing, I don't know, it's very fulfilling for me to help people. So yeah, hearing y'all stories and stuff and how you got into bikes and you bought certain bikes because you watched one of my videos is very rewarding, and it keeps me going, honestly. Those things help recharge my batteries and keep me focused and on track to keep posting and just keep doing what I'm doing, man. Y'all keep calling about these Gixxers, man. I don't hate the Gixxers. They're beautiful bikes. And can I make a wheelie tutorial video? That would be interesting. Maybe, okay. What are y'all's thoughts on me posting on a different platform, like the hooligan stuff? So like the wheelies and the roll racing and all that stuff. So I don't know, like Patreon, is that what a lot of people use, I'm assuming? Would y'all want, I don't know if there's an audience for people that would want to watch, still see that stuff and me make it, post it on Patreon, or what, but I'm no sort of like wheelie connoisseur at all. I've just learned from just doing and practicing. I always tell people, it's just like with any sort of skill, or when you start a new job, it's just everything feels so unfamiliar, but the more you do it, the more you get comfortable. Or even like, I don't know, throwing a baseball, like you just keep throwing it and it becomes second nature at some point. It's same with the wheel. Like the more I do them, the more you get comfortable with them. So sometimes I used to go out and just like practice honestly. Like an hour or two, I should go out and just practice wheelies on like back roads. Obviously, it's not good to do them on crowded streets or anything like that. But thank you, Mark Smith. I appreciate you. First time I seen your face, thought you were heavy fat. I always get that. People are always like, lose weight, lose some weight. I'm like, I'm not losing. I've worked too hard to get to 250 where I'm at right now. Can I get you as my personal trainer? um, it depends on where you're at, man. I don't know if you can you handle me yelling at you because I'm pretty intense. I don't play when it comes once we get in the weight room, man. It's strictly business in there. CX14. So with the do it. What up, homie? What up, Randy? On Rumble. I've never heard of Rumble before. I have to look into that. Opinions on the CBRs, man. Y'all know the CBRs are what started the freaking channel. I love the CBRs, man. First bike was a F4i. That's a CBR. Then I had a 600 double R. Switched to the R6. The R6 I bought was a complete piece of junk. Had a million things wrong with it. The dealership that I bought it from was very sketchy. If I remember the name of it, I would say it right now because they sucked. The owner sucked. He was a complete dick when I bought that bike. He even apologized after I bought it. It was like, dude, I'm sorry for being mean. I was like, that's a whole different story. But they definitely did not treat me right. And then when I bought the bike, I took it home. It started having issues from day one. So I sold that, and then I bought the CBR 1000 double R, and yeah. So I have a lot of CBRs in my history. Track days. When you headed back to Cali, link up with IMK. Nate's on here. Nate's acting stupid. Am I the smallest motovlog? This man's stupid as hell. Dang, Ape Rider did not like his S1000 or RC4. Interesting. You do crypto? Heck no. I was actually watching a video from CoffeeZilla today on what's his name? Jake Paul's crypto scam stuff. I'm good on all that, man. I like investing in things that I can see and touch, such as like real estate. That is the stuff I like. Let's hear more of that story. That's my ZX6R right now, clapped out. Hell yeah, congrats, Saison, on the Silverado 1500 Trail Boss, man. I want a new truck so bad, so bad, so bad. I was gonna buy one, but then I bought this bike, so that's out of the picture right now. These things I enjoy and I can make content with. The truck I can't really make content with. That'd be a personal thing. So yeah. So CBR over at Jixer, yes. Yes. Can I do a bike giveaway? I would have to have a sponsor to do that because I would want to mod it and do all sorts of stuff to it before I give it away. But yeah, that's not out of the picture. Super Duke, I'm gonna ride one very soon, Jonathan. Okay, I'll look into the Rumble. What brand do I prefer when it comes to gear? I like the Alpine Star stuff. Also like what was the other thing? Dynazy, and they really took great care of us. So shout out to Dynazy Dallas when we were down there. They hooked it up and showed us nothing but hospitality. So I might start buying some more Dynazy stuff for sure. Let's see my gear. It's all upstairs and all over the place. Maybe in the next live stream, I'll bring all my gear down so you guys can kind of see. But I have a ton of helmets. A ton of helmets. People walk into my place, they're like, why do you have so many motorcycle helmets? They're like a collector pieces, almost like me. And we're kind of GoPro. Right now, he's GoPro Hero 9. I'll probably upgrade here soon, though. But the 9 has worked fine for me. 6'7", 280. If you're 6'7", 280, definitely one of these bigger bikes. The H2 is the most comfortable out of these four for sure. As y'all know, I'm a bigger guy. 250 right now, 6 foot. So H2 is definitely had a lot of room. The seat's wide. It's a big bike. Definitely very comfortable. I'm gonna do a trip like someone was asking earlier. Definitely gonna do it on the H2, but the H2 has no mirrors and it's not really a long distance bike. So I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that'd be the one I'd do it on. Do I always ride with a backpack? No, I used to. I just got the Mavic Mini drone, and that one I can fit in my pocket, so I don't have to carry a backpack. But I used to always ride with a backpack, and it sucked. Who's stronger, me or 650? Oh, man, 650. If you ever see this, and you want to lift, we can lift. But 650 is also like, I think he's in his 40s, so I don't think he is as strong as he used to be. But he used to be in the lifting. He used to be a bigger dude. I see some pictures of him in his prime back in the day, his lifting prime. Favorite helmet was my X14. The Pista is definitely the best looking. I do have a 360 camera. Um, I just need to find a place to mount it. I've been lazy about doing that, so maybe I'll do that this week at some point as well. I'll add that to the list of things to do. But I had it mounted on my R1M underneath the seat, and it got destroyed by rocks. So then I took it off, like the lens caps got destroyed, and then I just haven't used it since then. Bloopers would be cool. I've started throwing that stuff in at the end of videos. So if you watch the video all the way through, you'll see some of the accessory stuff and off the bike stuff we do sometimes if I have it. Do you know Pam, the live streamer? What? Or, who's the person that I haven't collabed with? A good question, Nate, that I want to collab with. Person I really want to collab with was, let's see, probably the Killer Cam, man. I loved his videos. Like, he was a huge inspiration for me starting my stuff, man. Just his energy, his vibe, the way he rides the R1 like it's a freaking 250, like it's insane. So, but he is not really making as much content as he used to. So I don't know if he's stepping away from the game or what's going on with him. But yeah, I would love to meet up with him. He seems like a real cool, genuine dude, man. When is the next meetup? Probably in the spring. We'll do something once it starts warming back up. Oh yeah, Max Wrist. I've ever thought about linking up with him. Yeah, I talked to Max Wrist multiple times. We follow each other on Instagram and everything. Next time I'm in Cali, I'll definitely shoot him a message so we can ride together. That man is wild. Enjoy, enjoy my day. Hey, you're right. You're very right. Sometimes I get caught up in the work grind of everything. Collab with Milda Million, that'd be really cool. I would love to do that. Shout out to Manny. Garage Tour, and so Tajon wants to see Garage Tour. You're my babies. I can definitely do a walk around of all the bikes if you want to, if you would like for me to, and all the mods and everything that I've had done. Stretch H2. Goals for 2023. Big thing for me, interact with you guys more, which is why I'm doing this live stream. The meetup that I had in Nashville is phenomenal. Like, it's cool when I get free stuff. At the beginning, it was really cool, but being able to have a company like Senna donated stuff for us to give to the people that showed up to the meetup, that was really cool to be able to give back to you guys from the audience that I built. So definitely want to do more of that stuff where we're giving stuff away. Who else? Shout out to Danny from Cycle Gear in Louisville. He brought products out for us to give away. We gave her like bike cover, wheel chalk. We gave away, what else? A tender. We gave away, I bought a GoPro to give away. National Motos bought an Xbox to give away. So just being able to give back to you guys that have supported the channel has been really cool. So, where's my water? Hold on. I'll grab my water real quick. Let's go green. No, let's go blue. We'll switch it up. What else? What else? Someone's trying to get moved to Cali. Track days coming soon. Once it starts warming up for sure. Good luck getting Killer Cam on video. I've talked to Cam a couple times. I'm K. I've met up with I'm K before. K's a man. Huge shout out to K, man. He took, we had a good time when I was out there. He went out of his way to host me and everything. So shout out to him. I'll definitely link up with him. I talk to K pretty frequently, actually. At least like once a week or so. So when am I coming back to the Dragon? Probably never. And if I did go to the Tail of the Dragon, I would do the Cherahalla Parkway or whatever it is. I don't know, or the Cherahalla Skyway. Whatever the locals do. When we went down there, oh my God, there was so much traffic and there were so many cops. I actually have a video of me getting pulled over on the channel on the Tail of the Dragon. We were at the lookout spot. And if you've ever been in the Tail of the Dragon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a lookout spot towards the top. We were there for a little bit. I went all the way down the mountain, did a cop check, no cops. So then I started coming back up and really hitting it on the roads. And there was a cop that had just, I guess, once we left the lookout, he came down and sat in his little spot. And crazy part is, he got me in his mirror. All right. Riddle me this. This man got me in his, so he's sitting in his seat. He got me through his mirror with the speed gun. Before I even saw him, like he got me. And I was like, is that legal? Like, is that a thing? But apparently it is. So he's really cool though. So shout out to him. Oh, someone else donated. Thank you, Free Thinker. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever to cross, Nature's got all the questions. Bro, yeah, definitely, for sure. I want to do like a rally style ride, man. I feel like that'd be cool. New York to Miami or Atlanta, like you said, what's his name, to Cali. That'd be another cool trip. It's just pretty tough with the bikes because 1, weather, 2, we'd have to have a luggage truck, and then 3, keeping everything safe. So like the bikes, so we park at hotels and all that good stuff. I know, right? My garage is so bare. I was thinking that when I set this up. I was like, there is nothing in here, but I'm renting this place, so that's why I haven't really invested into the garage. Decision of where I'm trying to move. I asked them earlier. I talked about Cali, Texas, Florida. 3 top places on my list for sure. Most people were saying Cali or Florida, so. Let's see, what else on here? Ever visit the UK? So Revs, my mom's actually from there. She was born and raised out there. I've been there once. We have a lot of family out there actually, but never on the bike obviously, but that'd be really cool. My man Danny, thank you, bro. Any advice on passing your bike test? Practice. Just practice. Let's see. Take it clinic, LOL. Whatever wrap run on my bikes? Yes, I would love to. I would just need to find a wrap shop that I trusted. Because a wrap can destroy your bike if it's not installed correctly. I don't know what that is. Looks like a spare. Y'all roasting my garage, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I know I gotta hang out down here all the time. Let's see. I'm trying to catch back up to it. All right. No state income taxes. All right. Other goals. We're getting close to an hour. That's wild. Other goals for this year. like I said, interact with you guys. We're moving somewhere else, get out of Kentucky. This is the year for that, for sure. Somewhere warmer, nicer weather, where I can enjoy these and make better content for you guys. And somewhere with a crazier bike scene. I want to start working with some like brands on stuff, not only for me, just be able to give back to you guys more and do more giveaways, interact with you guys more, and I do want to start posting more too. I thought about hiring an editor. I don't even know how to go about finding one, but I have so much content. Like so, the content's not the issue. It's me getting it out to you guys. Like I said, y'all know I work a full-time job. So get home from work and then I have to go straight to editing. Like I edit every single day. I at least try and find a couple hours to get some editing done. So I had some. If I could find someone to help me out with that, that would be huge, and I'd be able to post more for you guys. Because I've had so many videos that I just never surfaced because I never got around to editing them. Let's see. Cedric, I don't know if Cedric does videos. I know he does photos. He killed that photo shoot. Shout out to Cedric for the photos that you guys have been seeing. Do I have girls in your life, bro, or guy? Definitely straight. Don't play with me like that. But yeah, let's see. Tampa. What is this? Jalen Henderson said he'd be interested in editing videos for me. All right, Jalen, send me some work you've done, man. Shoot me an email at fastlanedmedia@gmail.com, and we can talk. Say FastLaneD in I'm not doing that. Maybe my mom could do it for you. Out of all the bikes, which is the fastest? Right now in stock form, it'd be really close between these two. Because the H2 is really, like I said, only put down 190 on the dyno. Like they don't put down a ton of power. So they have so many restrictions on them. So it's either the H2 or the SP2. Because this thing makes, I think, like 210 or 214. I can't even remember the exact number. But it's also a lot lighter than the H2 is too. So you got to factor that in, especially once you put an exhaust on this thing and do a few other little mods. And it's got carbon fiber wheels. Like this thing is very, very light. Like at high speeds, this thing feels way more stable. Like way more confident on this than this. The Ducati's very like, woo, a little sketchy sometimes when you start going quick, man. Opinions on stunt riding. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. West Palm, love West Palm. I usually go down at least once a year to West Palm. Let's see, the older S1000s are better. Nice. If I can only keep one bike, oh man, that's hard. I don't know. I don't know. Shoot. Probably. I don't know. That's hard. I'm leaning towards the R1M. I love the H2, but I can't do the hooligan stuff like the wheelies and all that good stuff on the H2. That's just strictly a straight line business rider. Whatever do a collab with Brian 636? Yeah, I think Brian's stuff is cool. Tanner actually went up and did the stunt ride that they had this last year. I wasn't able to make it with him. Talking about Wheelie Hut Jr. But yeah, maybe next year, Tanner, we'll go. But yeah, no, Brian 636 seems like a cool ass dude. Anything else y'all want to know? Anyone else got any other questions at all? It kind of like wraps up most of the stuff I have for you guys, I think. How old am I? Oh man, golly. I turned 30 this year, man. I'm getting up there. Getting up there. I'm getting old. Getting old. But I really don't. I feel like I'm getting into my stride at this point, man. Am I coming to TT? I don't know what that is. Best sounding bike? Oh, man, y'all asking these tough questions. That is a hard one. I don't know. I love them all. Like I said, I wouldn't have them. I didn't love them. I love how they all sound. I always thought the generic inline four was kind of like it's very common, so I wouldn't get excited to hear it. But hearing this bike with the supercharger and the deep rumble this thing has is just chef's kiss, man. Absolutely phenomenal. And the R1M, I mean, you can't beat the crossplane sound of right over there. And then I love the sound of the V4. I know they get a lot of shit, but just like the deep rumble that they have, just sounds good. If $100 was on the line, because no, Tanner would definitely hold a wheelie longer than me. That man is crazy. British bike. Kudus is a nut. Yeah, he is a nut. I love my boy. Shout out to my boy Kudus, man. Any idea why YouTubers are all straight line and not the track? Those the track videos are fun. A lot of us go to the track. Like most motovloggers have been to the track. It's just you can't like I can't go to the track whenever I want. Like it has to be scheduled out. Like I can take the bike out for a random ride on any given weekday or weekend and get content. Like the track stuff's a little bit tougher to film. And then some track groups have like regulations as far as like I couldn't even wear my helmet cam when I did my track day, which is really frustrating. So I had to mount it on the bike, which is why the angle is all like jacked up and weird. But yeah. Do I train every day? No. 4 to 5 days a week for sure. Which YouTuber rides the hardest that I've been with? I don't know. All of them are crazy. All of us are a little crazy, man. Not everything we can show, post to the internet because for legal reasons. So sometimes the writing you see is a chilled out version a little bit, which is hard to believe, but it's good question, Jake. What do I eat on a day-to-day basis? I'm pretty strict in my eating, man. That's one thing I've noticed in the fitness world. You can't out-train a bad diet. I don't care who you are. Your diet's going to catch up with you or it's going to hinder you getting to a certain point with your results for sure. But I'm pretty sure I don't really eat chicken. I got kind of burnt out on chicken. I'm more of like a shrimp, ground turkey, steak, fish kind of guy. And yeah. Merch. I know I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Hang with me. I have stuff. I just need to purchase it. So, like I said, I'll do that this week. I'm gonna at least make that promise to you guys that I'm gonna buy all the test stuff this week. Someone else donated. First bike was a CBR Fly. When's my birthday? June 23rd. Do my parents approve of me riding? I mean, they weren't the happiest about it. They just want me to be safe. No parents gonna be like, unless your parents ride motorcycles, your parents don't ride bikes. They're not gonna be like, go buy a bike. Like, so yeah, they're pretty supportive, which is awesome. Love my parents. When I go back to riding a Harley, yeah, I don't have anything against it. Merge video schedule for 2023. I'm not a type A kind of person, so I would never put a schedule out. I'm definitely just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna try and get the video done in the next few days. But I'm pretty hard on myself about or stick to I have certain days I want to get a video out by. So I won't like go like 2 or 3 weeks without posting. But I also don't like having this be like, okay, Monday I have to get this video out. If I have the content for it, I have the content for it. If not, then yeah. Love the twisties. How to figure out how to edit YouTube taught me everything, man. And Carolina boys, yep, big country calling me out. We'll line them up. Evil Sprock, thank you again, man. I appreciate your support for real, man. He said, "You're not getting old. You're not getting old. You're getting older." That's very, very, very true. If you take care of yourself, I'm 58. Replaced the blonde with. I love that. That's very true. I tell people that all the time. I have a client that is 84 years old, and she is full of energy and still getting it, man. So, yeah. If you guys would want to see videos on fitness, I've thought about like doing a mix of motorcycle and fitness stuff. Let me know. I would not be opposed to that. I'm at the gym all day anyways, working, so that'd be an easy kind of thing to start incorporated. What's up, Daniel? This man. Nate out here trying to expose me, man. All natty, I get asked all the time. Yes, there's absolutely no reason for me to be doing any like roids, which I mean, if you're into that, if you're competing like that, you kind of have to be competitive in that world. But I mean, there's just 0 point for me to be doing all that shit. What I do for a living, YouTube. I wish. No, YouTube is not paying enough. I work in the fitness industry, my boy. Let's see. Yeah. You are crazy. If you're just starting a channel, just keep do fitness stuff. Okay, I can definitely do that. I'm 48, train every day, get my six pack. Let's go, baby. Diet. It's all diet. All diet. Eat clean and stay consistent with your training. You'll get those results. If you're a new motor vlogger, just starting out, just keep posting. That's really, you'll find your audience. You'll kind of find your way of what works best for you and your kind of style and what you want to do. A lot of people overestimate what they can do in 3, 4, even 5 months and underestimate what they can do in a year. So in a year, we literally went from this bike only and 10,000 subscribers to, well, we hit 275. No, I wish. 175,000 subscribers yesterday to finish off 2022. But shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much. 175,000 subscribers. That is insane. I still can't wrap my mind around the fact that there's that many people out there that have watched the video and been like, I want to see and get notified when this guy posts more. So yeah, if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, I would have been like, heck no. My goal is to just hit 100K by the end of the year. So the fact that I had 175K, almost double that, is just like mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. Am I getting the under seat for the duck? I don't want to say my opinion on that again because a lot of people got upset. I have to call one of your bikes out. Let me know what you want the smoke on, man. Probably one of these two. They'll call the R1M out. That's my hooligan bike, man. But yeah, okay. We can see who you are. All right. Yeah, I'm starting to get like repeat. So this video, I'm going to post this video up so you guys, those that are interested, can go back and watch. I'm bringing the H2 down to Miami. The big old booty. What's up, Bruce? Of the V-Rod. Yes, that was my baby back in the day. Dirt bike content. I've never ridden a dirt bike. That'd be dope. I would love to ride a dirt bike one day. Never ridden one though. Would you ever get a 600cc? To do like track days on, yeah. Now that I'm 250, a 600cc wouldn't really be comfortable for someone of my frame. And once you get used to the torque that these bikes have down low, it's kind of hard to go back to a 600. Like the 600s almost feel gutless, which those bikes aren't slow. That's just how fast these bikes are compared to the 600s. Like you don't have to wring these bikes out to get the power. Like it's the power is instant almost, like 4K, compared to the 600s. I'm stoned. Gummies. No, that is not an H2R. It is an H2 with H2R winglets on it. The H2R does not have a headlight. So that's a good giveaway on the H2 versus the H2R. But yeah, I think that's it. Sweet. All right, guys. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Like I said, I'm gonna post this for you guys to watch. I can definitely start doing these more often. If you guys did enjoy them, maybe like once, I don't know, once every other week, once a week. I don't know. It depends on how many people start watching. But yeah, appreciate you guys. 2023 is gonna be a huge year, not only for the channel, big changes coming, but also for you guys as well. I want to start giving back to you guys and interacting with you guys a lot more. That is top on my list. But yeah. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate it. FastLane gang. We got key tags coming for you guys. I don't know where they're at. If you didn't see them earlier, they are in the works. Boom, boom. And then we got Rain's key right here. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. How do you end this? Stop streaming. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it, for real. All right. I'm actually going to go now. Love you. Don't make it weird.